It's a gift to be a Filipino because I feel that we are loved by God, we are gifted by God, and we are called. I'm sure that all of us are created for a particular mission. Your mission is different from mine, but we can work together to fulfill this mission.
The communities, the poor and the marginalized, our fellow Filipinos. They are our brothers and sisters who hold a special place in the heart of Jesus, of whom he said, "Whatever you do to the least of your brethren, you do unto me."
I was assigned during my early religious life to Lake Cebu because the priest who was working with the tribes went to my superior because his labandira died giving birth. The baby will not come out, so he tried to deliver the baby using something to draw the baby out. The baby was alive, but the mother died. So I think he was so affected by that. He said, "I will not come back unless I can bring a doctor here." So he heard that there was a doctor with the Sisters of St. Paul. So he went to see my superior and he said, "I have complete setup." So my superior said, "You are needed in the mountain." I said, "Yes, mother, I will go, but if I cannot make it, can I come back?" She said, "Anytime." I was assigned with 2 other sisters, a nurse and a teacher. And that is how I started working with tribes. When I was in Lake Cebu with the Tibuli, I realized I was not a big help to the people as a doctor and a surgeon because I found out they were sick not just because of the bacteria and the viruses in the body. There were 3 prevalent factors for why they were sick. One is poverty, second is malnutrition. One day, one eat lang po yan or no eat at all. And thirdly, ignorance. In the river, they do everything, wash their clothes, take a bath, make their number, and get their drinking water. So I thought education is very important. So I went around 6 tribes that we serve and expressed to them the need to train barefoot doctors. So I said the only requirement is they know how to read and write, and secondly, they are chosen by the people. And thirdly, I said, I have nothing to feed them so that they will all have participation. So the dato would come to the center and bring kamuti and banana for us to eat. So I was happy with that because also a year after their training, they were able to reduce the incidence of diseases to about 1/3, which I knew I cannot do it myself alone. So when I was transferred to Manila, it was an inspiration. I was inspired. If we train them, they can take care of themselves.
An award for community leadership does not belong to any one person alone, but rightfully to the community as a whole. It is the committed young volunteer doctors, nurses, dentists, midwives, and non-medical professionals in our medical surgical missions, climbing up with me to the hills and mountains, and mindful of the heat and rain, to reach out to the ATAs and victims of calamities, bringing with them the gospel message of God's love, mercy, and compassion.
7 years after I stayed with the Tibulis and the other 7 tribes, my superior said, "Sister Eva, you transferred to Manila so you can reach out other groups." I did my surgeries in Manila Doctors and Medical Center Manila, and I was able to organize 300 volunteer doctors, nurses, dentists from 8 hospitals. And we went all over the Philippines per invitation for surgical, medical, and dental missions. And that is how we discovered we have 118 tribes in the Philippines. So I talked to my volunteers. I said, you know, we die without seeing a doctor or a nurse. Can you help train barefoot doctors? And everybody volunteered. So now we have trained 274 barefoot doctors all over the Philippines. And I'm happy because the government is starting to help us. This is the relocation area of the Itas who were victims of Mount Pinatubo eruption 1991. We were requested to relocate them. But we said, Sister, doon kami dalhin nung makita si Apo araw-araw. Kaya mamatay kami kung di makita si Apo. Sabi ko, sinong Apo? They worship the volcano. So I told them, sige, kayo na maghanap ng lugar. Pinasamahan ko ng social worker. So they went around 2 weeks and they found Gala because you can see Apo direct there. I believe among the tribes, education is very important for them. Here in Gala, we started with daycare and then elementary. We cannot afford a high school, but the DepEd superintendent, after attending the graduation of our elementary children, was so impressed by them because they did very well reading the epistle during Holy Mass. He said, Sister, you look for even 15 first-year students. Then if you have now, we can start already a high school. When I was training in TGH, marami hong umiyak mga poor kasi we cannot accommodate everybody. So I asked my board, pwede ba mag-build tayong hospital para makatulong sa mga pobre, lalo na sa mga tribo. Sabi niya, Sister, pwede po ako manghiram sa bangko kaya wala tayong ibayad. So Father Reuter was our chairman that time. He said, okay, Sister, let's go to the States. So we went there with the couple, our treasurer and his wife. And I have sisters and brothers in the States. They organized another foundation of Our Lady of Peace in the States to support us. So we were able to raise funds for the hospital. So na-build to natin. Until now, when there are emergencies, they try to help us. Sana ang mangyayari sa atin lahat. We care for each other. Kasi I don't think sasabihin mo, I love God, I love God. Pero kami lang si God, hindi man pwede po. Yung mga neighbors ko ang importante. Doon malalaman na I really love God when I love my neighbor. Di ba? Kasi si Jesus, siya nga, ang Lord, anak siya ng Panginoon. Pero tingnan mo na patay pa siya dahil sa atin. So tayo din, maskin siguro patayin tayo, sige na lang, for the sake of others, di ba? If you are faced with people who are suffering, you cannot just turn your back. So you just have to keep helping them. This is God's work. This is a mission. I'm only an instrument.
The community is all of us. We all can and should be community leaders. Let us focus our sights upon that time when all men shall become one, and all creation, everything in heaven and on earth shall be gathered together under the name of Jesus Christ. It is God's plan, and as His creatures, let us individually and as an entire humanity confidently and wholeheartedly accept this challenge.